Hi, I'm Marta Countess. I'm the president of Countess Communications and a proud partner with Network Magazine's Executive Forum. We are here today with Kurt Landis, the general manager and president of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. And we want to talk about Kurt, so let me read a little about you while you suffer through my reading. He is the one and only general manager in franchise history. The 2023 season was his 30th in minor league baseball. Under Kurt's leadership, the hometown team has led all of minor league baseball in average attendance since the debut season, and that was in 2008. The Iron Pigs have also received numerous business accolades during Kurt's tenure, including being named Business of the Year by the Greater Lehigh Valley Chamber of Commerce, Northampton Community College's Community Fabric Award, and Ballpark of the Year by Ballpark Digest. Kurt has also personally been honored by numerous organizations in the area. We are glad to have you in the Lehigh Valley. We're glad that you're committed to the area. So welcome to the Network Magazine Executive Series.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Iron Pigs. Obviously, you've been here as long as they've been here, and maybe a little bit before that. This is a team that's really sparked interest and continues to obviously have interest here. Tell me about why you have stayed as long as you have in the Lehigh Valley.
Marta, there's so many factors that go into what makes this team successful, and I'm a small part of that big puzzle that's just been proud to be able to showcase Coca-Cola Park in the community, and for us, baseball, and more than baseball. For me, and part of the reason why I came here was the opportunity to not just have a great team on the field, but how can minor league baseball have an impact in the community and give back. And so for me, that was exciting and a large part of the reason that I came here. But as to the success, there are so many different reasons that go into success. The staff, the creativity that we offer, the time and effort we put into promotions and the detail and how every game looks. We specifically map out every second of every game because we want it to be an entertainment family experience and not just about baseball. But there's just a hotbed of interest in sports locally. I think for us to be so close to Philadelphia and to be a Phillies affiliate is important. And the facility and our partnership with Lehigh County and how we continue to make the facility year in, year out look and feel brand new, be intimate and inviting, and continue to kind of press ourselves to be better than the year before.
You know, it's interesting because I know, you went to the county and they have been good partners. You went to the various cities. The people support you. We alluded to that fact earlier when, you keep breaking attendance records year in and year out when you compete with markets like Nashville and Columbus, as you pointed out. I think nobody understands what that level of commitment is, but you have people in the seats every single night that love this team as much as you do. Why do you think that is?
I think we've been blessed. We made early on a great number of decisions that really led to some affinity for what we do, and the fans have the affinity towards the Iron Pigs and our brand and the ballpark. How the ballpark was constructed and the different types of ways to view the ballpark. But we've been blessed. There's 30 AAA teams in the country, which is the highest level of minor league baseball before you go up to the major leagues. And out of those 30 teams, there are Sacramento, Columbus, Ohio, Charlotte, Indianapolis, Nashville, Memphis, very large markets. So we're 27th in size out of 30, but to consistently be in the top 2 or 3 in attendance just speaks to the community at large. And we have great ownership that reinvest, great partners in Lehigh County who work together with us to make sure the ballpark maintains a feeling of being brand new. We'll have people come to the ballpark from all over the country, and when they get here, they'll say, Kurt, this ballpark must be 3 or 4 years old. No, we're entering year 17 now, and they're shocked. There are ballparks across the country that after 20 years, they're retired because there's been no capital improvements, no maintenance plan. And so partners, municipal partners, especially Lehigh County, are so important to us.
So let's talk about that. So Major League Baseball came through with a long list that said, okay, let's modernize this. You've got the space for it. We can hear a little bit of construction in the background, which I know is seasonal, but you're able to meet that challenge from Major League Baseball. So what's happening with that?
Well, Major League Baseball came with a real long list, right? Yeah. And not just for the Iron Pigs, but for every team in the country. So if you wanted to maintain minor league baseball in your community, you had to make sure that you're checking off all the items in that list. So for us, that added up to be a significant amount of renovations, especially to the player facilities. So the clubhouses, the locker rooms, health, medical facilities, weight room, and so on and so forth. So millions of dollars, and we were lucky to partner with Lehigh County, but even the Chamber of Commerce, Northampton County. The state was a significant partner, of course, and the team, and then the Phillies themselves. So it really became a community effort, which is apropos for who we are, and it really shows that the relationships you make across time, and our fans included, are so important to us, so that when you need those relationships, people were there for us. And no way, no how did we ever want to leave, but with the help of the community, we were able to raise the appropriate funds, make the renovations last year, and now we're here. You can't get rid of us, right?
Yeah.
So it's been great, and for us, as we look to the future, long term, we had to make investments in the facility for the players. But now that that's done, it's been fun as we look into 2024, and then probably even more into 25 and beyond. We want to make investments in the facility for our fans, almost as a thank you, and to continue to be one of the top 3 drawing teams in the country.
That's just truly amazing. All right, I'm going to switch community, talk about you in the community. So to be at any job for 18 plus years is a long time to be at any job, and especially in baseball, because it's a transient world. What drew you to the Lehigh Valley and made you stay?
Well, the Lehigh Valley, when I first arrived, I had kids 3 and 1. And I looked at the Lehigh Valley from an outside perspective, and I thought this is a great place to raise a family. And it has been. It's been tremendous to be involved in the community, both on a personal level and on a business perspective. Personally, on the professional side, to have the opportunity to come in with a clean canvas, to be able to create a brand and team and ballpark from scratch, to really have a large amount of input in that process was something I have a lot of professional interest in. And it's just been amazing to get to know the community, to have partners stand beside us from the very beginning in the corporate world. Our fans who have been, so many have been longtime season ticket holders. It's just been amazing to see an idea about professional baseball in a market that many people thought was not going to be successful, because when we first arrived in 2006, 2007, the naysayers were loud. Nothing works here, nothing succeeds here. They'd just seen the demise of Bethlehem Steel and industry, and when we came, we said, no, this is going to be successful. And then to knock down the door, and do we deserve these things in the Lehigh Valley? When we first knocked down that door, I think it helped pave the way for future large establishments such as the casino or Arts Quest,
The Phantoms,
Steel Stacks, Phantoms, and the PPL Center. So it feels good that I think we're the first ones to come in and give the Lehigh Valley a sense of pride. And even then, Marta, the term Lehigh Valley really wasn't widely accepted.
It was ABE,
Right.
For sure.
It was 3
very
different distinct and I think we served as a rallying point for this community to come together and say, no, we're Lehigh Valley.
I think you're right. And occasionally we'll see Iron Pigs gear out in the market. It's like, oh, look at that. Isn't that well? And your bacon and all the things that, the fun stuff that you've done along the way. Okay, so talking about you though still. So you were the sports management guy in college. Did you see yourself here? Is this, not necessarily in the Allentown area, but is this where you wanted to grow when you started your career?
Like a lot of kids, I wanted to get into sports, didn't really know what that meant, just enjoyed being active myself. My first genuine work experience in the industry was with the Toledo Mud Hens, a AAA team in Ohio. And it really opened my eyes that it's not just athletics, but within minor league baseball, there's a chance to give back to community. There's a chance to be extremely creative and fun and unique promotionally. So for me, as an individual who's not that creative with drawing or arts or music, to be able to be creative within my job or within the profession I chose was really exciting, and that energized me. And at that point, I just wanted to continue to grow. So my first job as a general manager was in Daytona Beach, Florida, and then Maryland for a 5-year stint before I saw this tremendous opportunity to be here.
And little did you know you'd be here still. So, okay, so my favorite question I always ask somebody is, what do people not know about you? And I love the fact that the baseball guy is really a basketball coach, but I'm sure there might be something else. But do you want to talk about being a basketball guy, the baseball guy?
There's probably a lot of things that we don't know about each other. I think a lot of people will find it surprising that as a baseball guy, it's probably not at the top of my personal preferences for sports. I love basketball, love football and the NFL, but raising kids in the Lehigh Valley, being involved with basketball was a way to be more connected to them during the off season, and that grew to me leading a local youth basketball organization with about 750 kids and 200 adult volunteers. That takes up a lot of my time, and it's giving back to the community is important to the team, and it's important to me. And doing that alongside my kids was an opportunity for me in my very local community to give back, in addition to doing things that the team does now through our nonprofit work, through Iron Pigs charities, and through our grant processes. So to me, this career is about, business and, like what makes most businesses succeed. But it's so much more that our owners let us to give back, and let myself have the flexibility to run the franchise in a way that's not just about business, but it's about being, you recognize there's a responsibility that comes with being a professional sports team in your market. And you want to have the business succeed, but really to be what we want it to be, it's so much more than that. You have a responsibility to be great in the community and give back.
The charity wing does do that. So I was going to ask about that, but you already led me right down that road, so thank you. But Iron Pigs Charities does a lot of good work in this market that a lot of people probably don't know about. So tell me a little tiny bit about that.
Sure. It's unique for us to have a foundation that at the minor league level gives back so much to the community. And that started in the very beginning when most minor league organizations, and even some of the larger ones, their foundation isn't made up of community members. When we started Iron Pigs Charities, our foundation and board members are made up of people from the community. And it does, purposely, we wanted to do that because we wanted to be held to a higher standard. We've given back almost $2.5 million in cash grants back to the community over the course of the last 16, 17 years. And you'll see a lot of teams that will say they give back a lot of value because they're giving out tickets they can't sell, they're giving away merchandise they can't sell. But when you're doing cash grants and fundraisers, in addition to supporting nonprofits with auctions and raffle items, you're making a genuine impact. And so annually, we'll probably give out $150,000 to $200,000 back to the community, and that's when you leave a meeting and you've supported that. You feel good that this isn't just baseball, and it's not just a ballpark.
It takes it full circle, which is really why the community supports. It's a full circle moment. Okay, last question. So the connections, we connected through Network Magazine. I know Iron Pigs have worked with Network Magazine. In terms of networking and community in this market, it's an important thing. Any thoughts in terms of, why Network Magazine works in the Lehigh Valley?
Well, it's so important in the community, if it's Network Magazine or the Chamber of Commerce or Discover Lehigh Valley, that you have opportunities to meet and mingle and collaborate with others. And it's a great example of having the opportunity to meet and be in person and do business with business leaders. And that's such a valuable to the Iron Pigs and so many businesses. It's given us and others the opportunity to meet and do business, especially it's so important in a time with Zoom calls and Teams meetings to actually be seen and do business in person. It's a critical opportunity for us.
Excellent. Well, on that note, we hope to see you here this summer. We're looking forward to a nice, successful season. Good luck with that, and we appreciate your time very much. Thanks so much.
Marta, I haven't used a pig pun this entire time.
Oh,
so
no.
Before we leave, I have to say, thank you so much. Go Hog Wild.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
We want to thank these sponsors who have made the Network Magazine Executive Forum possible.